United States of America. The U.S. is located in North America between Canada and Mexico. It also borders the North Atlantic Ocean and the North Pacific Ocean. The population of the U.S. was estimated in 2022 to be 337,341,954. The capital of the U.S. is Washington, D.C., which is located on the eastern banks of the Potomac River. It borders the states of Virginia and Maryland. The U.S. does not have an official language, but 32 of the 50 states have designated English as their state's official language. The U.S. has a mostly temperate climate. However, there are areas that include tropical, semi-arid, and arid climates as well. The U.S. economy. The U.S. has one of the leading technological economies in the world. The U.S. has companies at or near the top of every technology advances in the world, including computer, pharmaceuticals, and medical, aerospace, and military equipment. However, the U.S. is slipping into second place behind China, who has more than tripled the U.S. growth rate over the last 4 decades. The continued growth of technology in the U.S. has been the driving force behind the development of a two-tiered labor market. In this two-tiered system, the bottom half of the market lacks the education and technology skills needed and used by those in the top half. It is for this reason that it is more important than ever for our youth to have essential digital skills when they graduate from high school. As the U.S. continues to surge forward in technology advancements, even the most basic jobs will require the ability to use technology in order to be employable.
ITC Digital Standards. The ITC standards provide the competencies for learning, teaching, and leading in the digital age, providing a comprehensive roadmap for the effective use of technology in schools worldwide. Grounded in learning science research and based on practitioner experience, the ITC standards ensure that using technology for learning can create high-impact, sustainable, scalable, and equitable learning experiences for all learners. The ITC standards include 7 overarching standards for students. These include 1.1 Empowered Learner, 1.2 Digital Citizen, 1.3 Knowledge Constructor, 1.4 Innovative Designer, 1.5 Computational Thinker, 1.6 Creative Communicator, and 1.7 Global Collaborator. It is from these standards that we have chosen what we feel are the 3 most essential skills for students in the U.S. today.
Essential digital skills in the U.S. today. ISTE Student Standards. 1.2a Digital Citizenship. Students cultivate and manage their digital identity and reputation and are aware of the prominence of their actions in the digital world. 1.3b Knowledge Constructor. Students evaluate the accuracy, perspective, credibility, and relevance of information, media, data, or other resources. 1.6a Creative Communicator. Students choose the appropriate platforms and tools for meeting the desired objectives of their creation or communication. SD Student Standard 1.2a Digital Citizenship. Students cultivate and manage their digital identity and reputation and are aware of the permanence of their action in the digital world. Students should understand how they are represented online in the public domain. This includes all of their online activities such as posts on social media platforms, photos they post as well as photos that others post of them, posts and photos they are tagged in by others, and organizations that they are associated with online. Students should understand that their digital footprint cannot be erased, possibly negatively affecting their life both now and in the future. Students should be aware of laws such as the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, and understand how companies can track their online use and personal data once they turn 13. Students are spending more and more time online every year. The average age that a child first uses social media is 14, spending an average of 1 hour and 10 minutes a day on social media. It is critical that students understand what they need to do to become a responsible digital citizen. This includes understanding what their digital footprint is and how it can impact their future. Their digital citizenship behaviors can have real-life consequences, including but not limited to friendships, college admissions, current, future employment, etc. With app developers constantly mining information from their users through likes, views, shares, and favorites, students are drawn deeper into a world of social media which can alter their real-life experiences. All of these are reasons why students today need to understand what their digital citizenship responsibilities are and how their digital footprint can affect them for the rest of their lives.
ISTE Student Standard 1.3b, Knowledge Constructor. Students evaluate the accuracy, perspective, credibility, and relevance of information, media, data, or other resources. Students should be familiar with the concept of fake news and know how to choose an appropriate source. Students should be able to recognize and identify biases. Students should understand how to use search engines and understand how those search results can be misleading. Students should understand how advertisers and media creators target them and be able to recognize common tactics used in that targeting. Students are using technology at an ever-increasing pace. The average teen in the United States has 7 hours and 22 minutes of screen time each day. Much of that time is spent on various social media sites, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. These sites are rife with clickbait, videos, images, and headlines intended to draw people to a particular page or site. Both children and adults fall prey to these evocative words and images and often go on to share what they see without checking the veracity of the information. About half of all children in the United States get their news from online media sources like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. It is vital that we teach students how to discern what is real versus what is exciting and exaggerated.
ISTE Student Standard 1.6a, Creative Communicator. Students choose the appropriate platforms and tools for meeting the desired objectives of their creation or communication. Students should know how to use different types of platforms. Examples are Microsoft, Apple, and Google. Students should know the best platform and/or tool to use for a given situation. Students should know how to use different types of tools, presentation tools, video editing tools, social media, and graphic tools. Students should be able to merge technology to create what they need to meet their desired outcome. Students are entering a rapidly changing workforce, and the ability to adapt effectively is vital to a student's success. It is essential that students know how to utilize a variety of platforms and tools so they are successful in today's economy. Businesses generally choose a specific platform, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and it is important for students to be flexible within all platforms so that they are marketable. Additionally, it is important for students to know various tools available, presentation, video recording, graphic, and social media tools, and how to use them. By ensuring that students are versatile at various tools and platforms, they will be more efficient and effective, which will allow them to keep up with rapidly changing digital needs and the knowledge to merge technologies together to create something new that meets their specific need and/or audience.
Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country located in the southern region of Africa. It is bordered by 5 countries: Zambia, Mozambique, South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia. The population of Zimbabwe was estimated in 2022 to be 15,121,004. The capital of Zimbabwe is Harare, which is located in the northeastern area of the country. There are 16 official languages in Zimbabwe. Shona is the most widely spoken official language. Indebele is the second most widely spoken official language, and English is the third most widely spoken official language. English is traditionally used for business. There are also 13 additional languages that are officially spoken, but they are minority languages. Zimbabwe has a tropical climate that is determined by elevation. The rainy season in Zimbabwe is from November to March.
Facts about Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwe flag contains 5 colors, each representing a different part of culture and history. The green represents the country's agriculture. The yellow represents the mineral wealth in the country. The red represents the blood that was shed fighting for their independence. The black represents the people of Zimbabwe. The white triangle and red star represent peace. The yellow bird represents the country's long history. There are many natural resources in Zimbabwe, including coal, chromium ore, asbestos, gold, nickel, copper, iron ore, vanadium, lithium, tin, and platinum group metals. The major agricultural products in Zimbabwe are sugarcane, maize, milk, tobacco, cassava, vegetables, bananas, beef, cotton, and oranges. Agriculture use covers 42.5% of the country's land. Zimbabwe has a variety of industries throughout the country. These industries include mining, coal, gold, platinum, copper, nickel, tin, diamonds, clay, numerous metallic and non-metal ores, steel, wood products, cement, chemicals, fertilizer, clothing, footwear, food products, and beverage products. Zimbabwe's economy and essential digital skills needed today. Zimbabwe is a developing country whose economy relies heavily on mining and agriculture. It has numerous rural areas without access to electricity as well as technology. Even if technology were accessible, it is often unreliable, leaving the people with little access to the internet and ways to charge their devices. Many who live in urban areas in Zimbabwe do have access to electricity and the internet. However, they cannot afford the cost of buying a device that can connect to the internet. There is a very high rate of unemployment in Zimbabwe. It is because of this many people are entrepreneurs. The ability to access and use technology can give these entrepreneurs the advantage they need to be successful. 3 essential digital skills needed by youth of Zimbabwe today include using social media to market entrepreneurial enterprises, knowing how to use search engines appropriately, and accessing and using online tools to create business opportunities.
Using social media to market entrepreneurial enterprises. The first digital skill that we recommend to the founders of the Refined Hearts for the women of Zimbabwe is the use of social media to market entrepreneurial enterprises. The ability to utilize social media to promote one's skills or products can create an avenue for advertising or business connections that they might not otherwise have. When used effectively, social media can be a way of free or very low-cost advertising. It can even lead to opportunities for other revenue streams through partnerships with other businesses, sales to those living in surrounding towns, or even potential sales to large businesses in their area. It is important the women of Zimbabwe understand what social media platforms are available to them, as well as how to use them. Since most of the women do not have a traditional brick-and-mortar store to sell their products, the use of social media to maximize their ability to reach customers is critical. The more customers that can be reached through social media, the more potential sales that can be generated. This also includes repeated customers when a new product is available for purchase.
Knowing how to use search engines appropriately. The second digital skill that we recommend to the founders of Refined Hearts is knowing how to use search engines appropriately. The internet is full of false or misleading information. If you do not know where to go to find accurate and up-to-date information on the internet, you can be easily lured to a false or phishing site. Knowing how to properly use a search engine can save you valuable time searching through irrelevant information. It is not enough for the women of Zimbabwe to know what search engines are out there. They also must know how to effectively place queries on the search engines. They must understand that words can have multiple meanings, which can cause a search engine to produce irrelevant information. Once you understand how search engines work, you can more efficiently find the needed information you are looking for.
The third digital skill that we recommend for the women of Refined Hearts is accessing and using online tools to create business opportunities. With high unemployment rates, it is imperative that the women of Zimbabwe have the access and knowledge to use online tools to create business cards and digital flyers to advertise their businesses. It is equally as important that the women of Zimbabwe know how to access and use financial tools so that they can control their own income. Creating and maintaining a successful business is difficult enough that women should be well equipped to manage their own finances so that they can provide opportunities for themselves and their families.